Hello guys, welcome back to Go Discs. It's been roughly a year since I've done a video based on this web series, on this actual bit of the channel. So I thought I might return in style. We've got a 5-part series, like a 5-part odyssey, talk about the music that's come from Kendal, my hometown. So without further ado, let's go through these. So there's 5 releases, 2 studio albums, 3 EPs. Oh, this could be fun. Spanning from 2015 to 2019. How interesting. So let's do this. So first up we got is Animal Carrycase, the self-titled debut album. Animal Carrycase was a school band from Carrycase School, which was the same school I went to between 2008 and 2013. Quite a long road that was, so I need to tell a story about that at some point on this channel. Maybe spread a little bit of stuff there, I don't know. But during that time there was I think when I left, actually, I'm not entirely sure when the band was fully formed really, but I think when I left 2013, 2014, I think it started getting going. 4 members, of course. John Henry Cook on drums, Daniel Turner, or DT, he was then known as back in the day, on bass, Jack Gilbert on lead guitar, and Brandon Taylor on lead vocals and rhythm guitar. Brandon Taylor, I only know because of his older brother, Aaron, who's the same year as me. Jack Gilbert I've known for a good few years because we did lifeguard training together for about 3 years. I knew his dad and his younger brother Ruben as well. DT, I think John Henry Cook, they actually knew his sister, they did. And they were in the same year, I think they were in the same form as well actually. And I always remember Dan, he was very, well DT was back then, he was very small, had a high pitched voice, blimey. He's probably changed, he's changed since then, so. And again puberty has done himself a favour actually. I like your phrase, puberty has done himself a favour, so fair enough. So he's, yeah, and John's just, basically just tall, ginger, that's really about it, nothing's changed about him. But during that time actually, they formed this band, and they started doing Red Hot Chili Pepper covers, very much, and they started to get a bit of momentum, and on December 2015 they released an album consisting of 8 tracks. It's a very interesting eclectic mix actually of stuff actually. So it's a time capsule of what it was like. It's no longer on iTunes, but it's still on the Bandcamp website. If you go on the Bandcamp website and type up Animal Carrycase, it's still on there. You can still listen to tracks on there. And believe me, listen to back of those songs that they did 4 or 5 years ago. It's actually really interesting, very good, interesting stuff. A very primitive album, but man, the production on that and the sort of instrumentation is solid, really good. So we've got 8 songs to go through, so this is basically a short review really to go through. Well, first up we have is Muffin And Milk, the first sort of actual song with Brandon on vocals. Lyrics, basically, again, these are, well, all these sort of songs are basically simple-minded lyrics, very much like normal lyrics, a man wants his muffin and milk, very much, but it's a very good opener actually. It really works pretty well just to keep, it's a very keen way to open the album, and and that's really about it, but it's decent enough. The second track is called Secondhand Bourbon. Now at this point you start to see the influences of what makes Animal Carrycase so unique. You know they're very influenced by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can tell in Secondhand Bourbon, it's very much in that style because you have the slap bass, you have very strong rhythm of drumming, and a lot of funky guitar, and it's really good. It goes on for quite a bit. It goes on for about 4 minutes, but there's a very good live version they did. It's only about maybe like a minute and a half that they did, very short, but it's really good. It sort of gets there in pounds through. It's really good. It's still on the band's YouTube channel. Pretty good stuff. Along with their instrumental take of Can't Stop, which I think came out in 2002. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a fan of the Chili Peppers. So it's a really good, interesting idea. It's very diversified with instrumental stuff as well, so it's pretty interesting. The third song is called I Live in a Hole. Again, maybe about isolation and basically, live in a hole very much. You live in your own bubble, in your own space very much, and that's really about it. It's very somber though. There's a lot of hard drumming, but the guitar work and the bass stuff is very somber. It's like you have like 2 heavy songs, Muffin and Milk and Secondhand Bourbon, and afterwards you slow it down. It's like it brings it, you know, you have this whole like melodic type track, you know. It's like with every you know, every album, you know, in the 60s and 70s and 80s very much, or in 90s, you know. You open a very heavy track, then you open with, then the second track is maybe like a slow track, like a ballad type thing. It's very much in that type of style, but it works very nicely. Then we're on to track number 4, Rainbowman. Very short, this one, very quite short. It's like it's very poppy. It is a lot of like simple janky guitar, similar to other ones, of course, like Muffin And Milk, of course. Songs about self-harm and suicide, and well, maybe self-harm really, to be honest, you know. And about, you know, like, are you the Rainbow Man? Like, are you the Blue Man? Are you the White Man? You're the Rainbow Man. I don't know. I don't know where that sort of influence really came from very much, but it's a very decent little track. It's nearly about 3 minutes long, but it's decent enough little pop song that is. Very poppy, very catchy pop rock type thing in a way, but with some very dark lyrics. Track 5 is Wash Away. This is basically the band's single, very much. They did release a music video of it on the band's YouTube channel. Very good, actually. It's pretty good, actually. I mean, after Rainbowman, it sort of segues into Wash Away, whereas it's basically like a single edit on the band's music video. Pretty good. Opens with some very nice bass, a very good bass line, kicks in the drums, and it just goes, you know, with all a bit of cowbell, and a bit of cowbell as well, actually. So it's pretty good. Very, very percussive as well. And I think it's like, you know, again, wash away, going away type of stuff. Again, normal, simple lyrics, very much. But it keeps it going. And the music video itself is pretty good. It's found on like the back on the canal pass. Like if you go to Levens, it's basically that pathway from Natland to Levens. That's the whole way. The film across there, then around bits and pieces of Natland as well. Phone booth and country roads here and there. You know, playing the instruments unplugged and stuff. You know, it's a music video, so it's decent enough. And it's just them roaming around the country a bit much. So it's a decent, good music video, actually. So that's pretty good. Track number 6 is The Whiz. Now, this is a pretty interesting one, actually. It's very short. It's 50 minutes. It's 50 seconds long. I need to say 50 minutes. 50 seconds long, this is. Basically, this is like the theme song to a performance that my Kirby County School were doing, actually, at the time, I think. They were doing The Whiz. They always do, like, every year, they always do different types of things. The ones I always remember, there's only 2 I can really remember from Kirby County School they did, was Re-Rock You and Little Shop of Horrors. Re-Rock You 2012, Little Shop of Horrors 2013. Afterwards, I think they did The Whiz, I think in 2015 or 2014, I'm not too entirely sure. I don't know really. But they did their version of the, there's a little bit of elements of the actual play itself, like Where Do You Think You're Going? I think that's actually from a line or something. I think that's from the audio, or someone actually, or maybe one of the band members have recorded that, or like of a rehearsal. And actually, and they shout The Whiz in plain vocals. Like, there is actually a small recording of that on their Instagram page of them actually just shouting out The Whiz in a microphone. But it's interesting. It's very, again, short. It's just bashing, you know, but it's a little fun little track. And track number 7 goes into Smoke Beach. Again, very sort of chuggy. It's again, it's very upbeat, very modern type song, really. Again, it's only roughly about 4 minutes, and it's decent. It is, you know. I think partly it's one of the weaker tracks in a way, because it's so you have all these great songs, you have all these interesting little numbers here and there, but you come to the album, and it's like this is sort of the weaker track, very much like all the other songs that have come over, like with vocal. I think this is the last one to feature Brandon on the album very much, you know, with this one. So it's all right. It just feels a bit modern, and it feels a bit, it's just there. It's a little bit of filler, really. And then we end the final, the 8th and final track is Legs Like Pipe Cleaners. Now this is just a Jack Gilbert solo piece, like a jazzy solo piece that he's done on guitar very much. And it's nicely rounds the album up, actually. You know, you have all these songs, you have like, I think there's only ever really 2 instrumentals on the track, on the album, really. Second Bourbon, which is more like a band piece, more like a free band piece, very much. And then you have like a solo piece for Jack Gilbert to display his guitar playing. Since then, his guitar playing is very much improved. It's very more stronger. It is. I mean, this is just him to showcase your skills very much to the band, and it does really work pretty good actually. So this is a really great album actually, because it's by a bunch of a bunch of lads who were at school actually at the time. I think like year 10 or 11 actually, if they were doing this actually, and it stands well. It's brilliant, fantastic, and yeah, it's pretty good. If you haven't checked it out, go on the Bandcamp page. It's actually really good. I won't showcase anything because I did tend to do that, but something very wrong with that. So sadly not. Apparently, you can't go on iTunes unfortunately because it's deleted off there. But you still get on the Bandcamp page. Give it a listen. If you love it, maybe give Bandcamp some money. I think it's like $2.99 actually to download the whole album. But if you listen to them, you can listen to them freely anyway. But it's a really good album if you wish to seek it out. So thank you guys. I've been talking about Animal Carrycase, the self-titled debut album. Anyway, see you for the next video. Goodbye.